Hi, I'm Paul Pugliese with the University of Georgia Cooperative Extension. Today I want to share with you some ways that you can take advantage of the services that we have through your local county extension office as far as troubleshooting problems in your landscape. There are a lot of things that you can submit to us through digital pictures and images over the internet, either through email or by texting to your local county extension office. You can take pictures of weeds that you need identified in your landscape, insects that you might find in your garden, and even disease samples of plants that are having problems, that are sick with diseases such as viruses or fungi or other problems. So when you take a sample, it's very important that you take a good sample and make sure that you're actually taking it in a way that you can photograph it with a background that's usually white or neutral so that you can get a good image. The best types of samples are big samples. The bigger you can get it, the better, especially with flowers. Flowers are one of the most important identifying features for being able to identify weeds. For grasses, if you're looking at grasses, the seed head on that grass is very important as far as identification as well. With disease samples, you want to make a good sample that has a range of symptoms that are both healthy and diseased on the same branch. And that'll make it easier to help identify if it is a disease or if it's something that's spreading and whether or not you need to do something about it. So when you're taking your pictures, make sure that you have a camera with a wide angle. It can be a digital camera or even a phone or iPad. The technology we have today works very, very well. And so you want to zoom in like this. And of course, you know there's a zoom feature here where you can get really close. And I would suggest taking 2 or 3 different images, maybe some close-ups of the seed heads or the flower. And again, with that white background, it really makes it stand out. Make sure you get it in focus and take several images that you can email. With insects, it's a lot easier to film insects or take pictures of insects when they're already dead. So the best way to take a dead picture or a picture of a dead insect is to take some alcohol, put it in a jar, and sedate that insect before you take a picture of it, and then lay it out and dry it. And then you can get a nice close-up picture of that insect in your view here. And then for disease samples, again, you want to get sort of the whole branch. I would suggest getting a picture of the whole branch and then maybe some close-up pictures as well of the symptoms that you're seeing. One other thing that can be helpful for troubleshooting problems in the landscape is a landscape shot. So if you could, sometimes it's better to get a picture of the whole tree and what's going on in the landscape behind it, because a lot of problems have to do with the environment. Maybe too much water, poor drainage, too much sun, too much shade. And so send me a landscape shot as well as the close-ups that you're seeing of the disease or the insect that you're having problems with. And again, this is a quick and easy way to get information and troubleshooting through your local county extension office. Some information you want to submit with that is the name of the plant that you found it on, how big the problem is it affecting multiple plants in the landscape, how long have you been seeing it, and how many plants are actually affected. Those are some basic things you need to include in that email or that text that you send to your local county extension office. And the great thing about this is we can return a phone call usually the very next day, a lot quicker than you bringing us a sample or you having to schedule a site visit to come out and see you in your landscape. So for more information, contact your local county extension office, and you can also go to our local website at ugaextension.org, look up your local county extension office and get their contact information to submit samples by email. And also you can continue to follow us on the Georgia Farm Monitor.